Chew. Ayo. Let's use this. Hi. Let's see. Hi, Dahim. Hi, Coco. Hi, Kami. Hi, Cox. Oh, bye, Cox. And then hi, Vatnyan. Yeah. We're gonna try this out. Usually, I just make my videos, but I was just like, I mean, why don't I just live stream my process of how I usually create these? I'm trying to get some background music. Most likely, it's gonna be copyrighted, but I don't know what background music to use. Let me see. It's not on right now. I'm pretty sure it's not on right now. I'm just trying to figure out which ones I want to use. The thing is, I'm trying to figure out which one is fine for streaming. Even if I get copyrighted, I don't know which one is okay to use, if that makes sense. Let's see. Which weapon are you using as base, or you aren't? I'm gonna be using, what is it? It should say on there. Yoimiya is gonna be my base weapon for this. A study along, yes. How would YouTube get to know if it's copyright if you play it online? I get notifications right away. I've gotten copyrighted multiple times before for some of the games I've played and stuff. So, YouTube goes on the safe side where if they don't know if it should be copyrighted, they just automatically copyright it because most of the system is run on bots, if that makes sense. Just put some music you like to listen. Yeah, the thing is, like, a lot of the music I do like to listen, I might get copyright strikes on those. Very different from copyright claims. Copyright strikes means I will not be able to stream for a whole month, which is worse. So yeah, that's different. So I needed to put on music that is fine for me to that is fine for me to stream. I'm like Skyward Harp or something, or just base stats. It's just I think I just said it. Yoimiya, right? I'm just gonna be using Yoimiya as my base weapon. New sub here, man, you're so underrated. I don't know if that's true. I appreciate it. Thanks, League. Let's see. Should I use this one? No copyright. This is the one that's like you don't get copyrighted, but they still copyright you. But at least there's a copyright stream. So I'm going to put this on. Because it's also, I think it's also nice to have this in the background. Wait. Yeah, this is I want to test this out because I'm curious if some of you might be interested in listen, just like having me in the, because a lot of you say you have me in the background already, so I'm just like, oh, okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think my voice volume is all right. Yeah, well, let's just have this on the max. There you go. We should probably put this into the description. I'll put this in the link right here, so y'all know where it's from. Put into the description here. Oh shoot, I have to change my keyboard. I was cleaning my keyboard. Some of them are like backwards and stuff. I'll be right back. Hold on. I have to get my keyboard. So because I was just cleaning my keyboard real quick, and couple of things. I was like, my N and M are backwards, and I think my spacebar is backwards. So hold on. Let me get my streaming. Let me get my keyboard stuff real quick. I need to fix this real quick. Coming out. Okay, let's see. Just this spacebar. There we go. And then let me take off this N key and this M key. Shoot. Is it N on the right or M on the left? Hold on, keyboard. Is it M on the right or N on the left? M on the right. That's why I got confused. Because like I was thinking of it as the alphabet. There you go. Sorry, that sounds so dumb. Oh no. Oh no, something's wrong with my N key. There we go. Then let's put this on. Is this backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Okay. There you go. All right. Some people are probably gonna be like, I don't know what's going on here. Here we go. I am back. Let me see. You can use Netflix songs. The question is if I like it. If they don't have copyright, but their songs are kind of intense. No, I like more lo-fi or chill. Sensei, is the Favonius good on Soar Bennett because it generates some elemental particles? I think some people say, like, you can use Favonius, but Sax Sword is the best on Bennett. Or any other high base stat weapon. That's what you want to do. Anyone? Yoimiya! It's like a mix. It's basically range futile, yeah. Hi, Drake. If you want lo-fi songs, you can look into Lily Pichu's current songs. Ooh, maybe I should. I've heard about Lily Pichu recently, that she's a Sayu's voice actor in the English one. We'll see. I'll just keep to this. Free for copyright. We'll see. Most likely, I'll still get copyrighted, though. It would make less sense if I don't get copyrighted, actually. Because Lily Pichu will not be able to get money, right? It's not an issue of the copyright. It's the issue of the copyright strike. This one's fine. This one I don't get copyrights. Copyright strike on. I just get copyright claims on. Copyright claims are alright. That's fine. It makes sense. They made the music. They should get the profit, right? So I'm just gonna keep to this. I'll check out Lily Pichu later. Much better to go ER in my opinion. Yes, actually, let's say extend from what Doing the Juke said. Go for ER first, then go for high base stat for Bennett. Because you do want to utilize that ER. Festering Desire is a good one, yeah. Hey, Sensei, you only need 120 subs to reach 5K. Actually, alright, sounds good, yeah. One of the things I don't like about this is just for future people, is that I just don't like people mentioning how much subs I have or how much viewers I have. Like, I just do this as a hobby, honestly. So I have a feeling that, because a lot of people are, it's not that I don't care, it's that I try to avoid it, if that makes sense. Because one of the biggest stress about YouTube is like, how much views am I getting on the video? How many how many people are watching my videos? So I would actually appreciate it if you try to avoid mentioning how many subs I have, how many viewers I have. It actually helps me a lot on my stress level. So let's see. Sensei, don't you think it's weird that Ball is a pole arm instead of a sword user? We do not know that for sure. I know in the final battle, it says she's using a pole arm, but we're not sure if she's actually going to be a pole arm. Now, once again, I don't look at leaks. So just as a reminder, I don't look at leaks, okay? Dun, 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 dun. Sensei, when will the other half of Inazuma be out? I have no idea. Hi, Ume-chan. Yeah, more islands are coming out in the future. Yes, probably. All right. Okay, let's start making this. Let's see. Okay, so how I'm making the video. So you're all gonna watch it anyways. So even though I'm doing the stream, I'm doing this expectation most likely because I know even though I'm making this whole video and I'm streaming this, it's not like, oh, if there's, because I think some people are gonna be like, if you stream this, no one's gonna watch your main video. I feel like people will still want to watch it. So that's why I'm streaming it, because I think some of you are curious on how I make these. So usually what I do is I just try to focus on, so this is something like I usually do for Hamayumi. So what I'm trying to focus on for some of the videos, at least for this one, is that I'm gonna be focusing on vape. Because I feel like a huge part of Yoimiya's kit is, at least for a lot of pyro kit, is like their vape and melt damage. I'm only gonna be focusing on vape. It's not that I don't care about melt, it's that we're just comparing the weapons and the artifacts with each other. So I'm just gonna be comparing vapes because it's gonna be the same vapes all around, and you could just use that as reference for melt. Hopefully that makes sense for everyone. So the very first thing I'm probably gonna start off with is stringless, the difference between crimson and emblem. We're gonna see like how good, which one do you want? Actually, no. Is it crimson? Ah, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna compare, do you wanna use, all right, now I remember. So what I'm gonna start off with the video is because that I'm only gonna be saying, do you want to be building a sub DPS Yoimiya or a main DPS Yoimiya? Because I have a feeling that there's a few people that are gonna say, why not for a support Yoimiya or quick stop Yoimiya? And then the main thing I'm gonna start the video off with is that I feel like Yoimiya is mainly built for a sub DPS and the main DPS. That's how I feel, mainly because her energy recharge is gonna be shit. She only gets one particle every 2 to 3 seconds-ish as she is active. She's gonna get a lot of energy, but she only gets that energy when she is on the field. You can have a battery at like Bennett, however, that doesn't really solve the whole situation, but that's what I think personally. Hi, Casserole. What do you think about firework comps on her? I have no idea what the fireworks on her are for. I deleted them. I think I'm gonna delete them. I don't think they're gonna make I don't think it's gonna matter too much. The only thing I can think of is like maybe for Amos bow or something, like to get the ability active? Oh, no. The only thing I can think of is like more pyro applications on enemies. However, it just takes way too long. So I'm vaping currently. Sensei, can you explain to me why Yoimiya's ult is like a 4-star animation? Just curious on your opinion about it. What do you mean? It's not a 4-star animation. You do have a 5-star animation. If you're talking about the extent period, like how long it is shorter. But I think that's fine. It just means it depends. I've seen people comparing Ganyu and Yoimiya and asking who is better. They are completely different. Yoimiya is more of a sub or a main DPS. Her kit's completely different from Ganyu though. I don't think you can really compare them. That's my opinion. Can you also please do Overload since Electro MC is such a good pair for her? I don't think so. The only time I can see Overload good on Yoimiya is probably when you're using crowd control like Venti. Other than that, I don't think Overload's gonna be good. Like, the only time I can see Overload being good is if you use Venti's Burst. That's my opinion, but I might not do Overload. Yoimiya doesn't have a 5. Yeah, she doesn't have a 4-star animation. I know my video, it showed that she had a 4-star animation, but that was just a coincidence. So you think she'll be much better than Fischl for auto attacks? Fischl and Yoimiya are gonna be different though, because Fischl is physical auto attacks. Yoimiya is going to mainly be like a Hu Tao Pyro. The only difference is she doesn't get a buff. Do you know when Ganyu's rerun will possibly be? I don't know. I don't work for MiHoYo, so I have no idea when they come. Unfortunately, I don't know when it is. So anyway, if for some reason, okay, so this one, if for some reason you're trying to go for a support Yoimiya, you probably, these are the two ones. You either want to do Crimson or Emblem. I think you want to do Emblem. Some of you might be like, but her vapes are much stronger on Crimson. The reason why you want to do Emblem, now once again, this is for a quick swap. Okay, this is for a quick swap. This is not for a sub DPS Yoimiya. This is for a quick swap Yoimiya. For some weird reason, you're going to be doing a quick swap Yoimiya. It's because Emblem, you do have the ER, and then you're going to have that 2-piece bonus. So you're going to have that much more frequent Emblem. You're going to have that much more frequent burst in comparison to Crimson. Crimson, you do have a buff because the Crimson one, I had it all EM. And then you have that 15% EM, and then the minor 7.5% buff, which does make her have higher damage, but I think the higher frequency of the explosion is going to be more important if you're going to be doing a quick swap Yoimiya. That's my personal opinion. Once again, I don't recommend a quick swap Yoimiya though. Okay, so the reason why I'm also explaining, it's also like helping me giving my train of thought of how I want to script this video. So, because I'm gonna script it like, hello everyone, blah 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 blah. Let's not waste any time and get started. So we're gonna start with that, and then I'm gonna go with this is the reason why you don't want to use the support, blah blah blah, energy recharge shit, and then do this, and then next I'm going to be probably going to into here, which is going to be comparing the different probably the weapons. I want to go weapons. What is this? Ah, yes. This is comparing Hamayumi. What do you want in your Hamayumi? Now, do I want to do this first or? Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go here first. We're going to compare Hamayumi, like, do you want to do Shimenawa set or Crimson set? I actually think you might want to do Crimson. Actually, I'm gonna just say it depends on what you think. I might just go with Crimson. Shimenawa, you get better autos, and I know it's more frequent, but you're barely gonna do your burst. And Yoimiya, she shines on, her autos are really nice, but also her burst is really nice. So it's like a 50-50 of what you want to do. All right, let me take a look. Since she puts too much, I like to avoid using Sin Shogun. Many DPS depend on him. That doesn't change that Sincho is really good with her though. Do you think they made her weak on purpose in this test? I have no idea. How many vapes she might be due if we calculate the internal cooldown? Probably once every like 4 hits, I would say. Once every 4 or 5 hits. Is their ult significant enough to not ignore, or can I get away with using Rust Shiminawa on her instead of Crimson and just rely on her autos? Yeah, the trial was just like, what the heck? I think her ult actually is pretty significant. Mainly for the pyro application. I think it's going to be pretty significant. Hi Adarba Ghost / Sicros. Wait, is there a reason? So, is there a reason why people are saying I should be using Overload on Yoimiya? Hold on. I know some of you aren't, Why should I be using Overload? Is there a reason I should not be using Vape other than the internal cooldown being lower? Because the Overload also is going to be an internal cooldown lower. Overload is her fireworks comp. I don't get it. How? Because she can't activate the explosions herself. Wait, I'm confused. What? I'm only getting League's opinion. Does this mean I should just change her to Overload then? I'm still not understanding. Why Overload? I'm like reading the comments and I'm like actually thinking right now. Right now I'm on their FAQ. I don't understand, because overload... Hold on. Why Beto? Because what I'm trying to figure out is overload sends them flying. What? All right, like, hold on. I'm trying to picture this in my head. So we're trying to run her like Child, because Child is like a multi-rage character, and then but she has the bow. So you apply Electro on the enemies, and then you do overload. All the enemies fly in different directions, right? What are you gonna do to bring them together? Because aren't you dependent on Venti or someone? That's what I'm confused. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why is that not an issue? Viridissimbo. Do you want Viridissimbo on her? Because her crit rate goes up by a good amount. Her auto target tracking is quite good. You want them flying since you don't want enemies near you. But one of the issues with her fireworks is that they target the nearest enemy, meaning that if you target one enemy with the charge shot, then they only really go for one enemy. And then how do you apply Electro again on the enemies that are far away from you? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Her auto attacks track everyone? All right, hold on. I'm on their mains. I'm not seeing anything for overload, babe. All right. I get the C6. I understand the official. Oh, okay. Maybe it's beta C2. Why is my search not working though on here? There you go. I'm reading. It's might be a good idea I did this stream because like I would never have thought about overloaded until you all talked about it. Full EM Yoi is a meme. Yeah, I want to do it. EM is nice, but you don't want to focus on EM. The only one probably is the Nemo characters. Wait, so that means what would you put on the stats then? Do you think Amo's bow would be good? Amo's bow is a 5-star, so it's nice. You might still want to do Rust though. Yoimiya is like Huto. Oz's range is quite limited though. Yo, I'm getting so many different answers. I don't understand. Hold on. Cause that makes sense. The vape is only on a singular target. So let me take a look at officials. The issue with the overload thing is that it sounds like you might need multiple constellations, right? Rust still better than Amos? I have no idea. Actually, wait, why official? Hold on, why official? Why official? Doesn't Oz just attack the nearest enemy? For the ability's duration, Oz will continuously attack nearby opponents with Freykagul. So it's only going to be a one enemy, so you might not want to use Oz. I mean, Oz is nice, but with Overload, you want to apply Electro, or try to apply Electro on everyone. Because they're going to be some distance apart from each other. The Overload makes sense. The issue is, how are you going to... Does this mean you just need a crowd control character to bring them together? No, it's not the pyro. It's the electro application I'm trying to figure out. How are you gonna apply electro on everyone, or do you want to just bring them together for crowd control? Venti, Kaza, let's say you don't have those two. Can you do it with Sucrose? Because I know Sucrose, I don't know if Sucrose, like, Sucrose crowd controls this, but I don't know if she brings them together. You could use Viridescent, actually. You could use Viridescent Bow. I'm trying to remember. Her burst brings them together. Maybe she does. I know her E only lifts them up. Can you do a guide on Ayaka? Didn't I make a guide on Ayaka? Wait, what? Oh, like an actual guide on Ayaka? I've probably not, because I don't have her. Her burst pulls them in. Sucrose? The issue with Sucrose is her Q takes a while to gain, though. Okay, Why would she be amazing against bosses? You don't have to worry about crowd control that much since she's a single target character that needs to keep distance from enemies. I'm not talking, Zillus. Wait, am I muted? No, I don't think I'm muted. The mic's the VTube studio is a bit strange. Don't worry about it. Right now, my hand is over my mouth, like this. I think it's here. This is my fist moving. This is my fist moving. It like detects weird things. Wait, okay, let me actually think about this more clearly. Do you really need overloaded for small enemies? Because don't they die hecka fast anyway? The overload probably can work if you have Viridescent or Venti or Kazuha. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe Sucrose's Burst, but it's very unconventional. Or not unconventional, it's very dependent on the burst. That's the issue. The overload will keep them constantly airborne. I've never seen enemies last long in the air though. Like when I use Venti's burst, they usually don't come back down. They're usually, most of the enemies are way too weak. And I don't even have a strong kit on my Venti. Just sounds more fun than a standard vape comp. So Ume-chan, my guides are for people who only have 4 stars in Yoimiya, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go with the assumption you only have 4 stars in Yoimiya. Because it's very limited. Because if you have all the characters, you can do almost anything in the game. Right? But at the same time, a lot of people don't have access to every character. Every 5-star character, at least. Thanks, Gata, for becoming a student, a member. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to say words. There you go. Best in Law. I'm gonna say you could do. Okay, so if you were to do Crimson Witch, would you? And then let's say you were to do Overloaded, would you want to do Crimson Witch? Shimenawa and Crimson Witch are like comparable. It really depends which one you want to do, I would say. I feel like you could do either. The reason is that Yoimiya, although she benefits a lot from her autos, her burst is honestly pretty nice. So I guess it really depends. Like, maybe if you're using her as a sub DPS, then you might want to use Crimson. But if you're going to be using her as a main DPS, you might want to use Shimenawa. What do you all think? So let's say you have a child Yoimiya comp or something like that. Or Ganyu Melt comp or something like that. I feel like with Yoimiya, you might want to use Crimson. And then if you're going to be using Yoimiya, let's say you with the Overload kit, then you might want to use Shimenawa. Wait, but Crimson boosts Overload damage. Does Thundering Fury make her E 100% uptime? I have no idea. Yeah, Shimenawa is the one that it drains the enemy. How does Shimenawa compare to Crimson on Hu Tao? I think Crimson's actually better on Hu Tao. Because of the vape damage. Let's take a look. Yoimiya wiki. I haven't even done any calculation. I've just been talking with y'all, but honestly, it's been pretty helpful. Oh, there's a typo. Maximum. There's a typo on the wiki. That's concerning. Let's see. I honestly think you could go hand to hand with either of them. If you have Zhongli, you could basically solo Asaha. Yeah. Rapid Thunderstrike 2/3 of the way. I got struck. My Klee got struck by lightning as she was climbing a mountain. It was so funny. She literally said, "Did you hear that explosion?" And then she got hit by thunder, and then she flew away and died. I was like, no, my Klee. I don't know how many of you remember that. It was just it was so sad. Let me make a note of this. Probably, actually, maybe I'll put this in the script. So if you have a sub DPS Yoimiya, would you want to have Rust or Stringless done? Or like maybe in the middle of the two? Would you want to have something in the middle of the two? Which set would you use for support Yoimiya in a DPS Barbara vape comp? Dude, we're getting so many different... So I guess it depends. Which set would you use for support Yoimiya in the DPS Barbara vape comp? Most likely Crimson then. Wait, if you're using Yoimiya, like support Yoimiya, quick swap, if that's a quick swap, then just use the emblem. Emblem is like the best for supports. Stringlet passive doesn't matter for Yoimiya. Stringlet's passive only matters for her burst, like her explosion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect her skill at all. Would R5 Rust be better than Skyward Harp? I guess it highly depends on... Dude, Yoimiya is complicated. It highly... Actually, no. It's all dependent on how you use Yoimiya, honestly. Like, if you're going to be using Yoimiya more on the field, then you're going to mainly... You probably want to be using Rust. But if you're going to be using Yoimiya only when this cooldown, then you might want to use Stringless instead. Yeah, the new ER is actually really good. Unfortunately, Shimenawa, I think, sucks, sort of. Like, Shimenawa is like, meh. There's not a lot of people who benefit from Shimenawa, honestly. I guess, maybe Yoimiya, but like... That -15 energy just sucks so much. On Shimenawa, I personally think it sucks so much. Wait, what was Hamayumi's stats? Hamayumi. Alright, this is actually really nice. I might do more of these because talking with y'all gives me a better idea of like give me a better perspective of like what you all think of the character and not just my perspective. Because I honestly would have just gone with Vape. But some of you are saying Overload is a really nice one, so I was just like, oh, okay. Maybe that would be interesting. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna be using main DPS Yoimiya, you just gotta assume you're not gonna be using that burst a lot. When I'm thinking of Vape Yoimiya, I was thinking Sensho. But now that I think about it, that's more like Sensho's overpowered rather than Yoimiya being overpowered. It's like that one, I don't know how many of you remember that stream. Someone was like, is Mistsplinter gonna be really good on Keqing? I was like, it's not that it will be good for Keqing. Mistsplinter is just so broken, it's just good on everyone. So I guess this is the same scenario. It's not that Sensho would be good for Yoimiya, but rather Sensho's so broken, he's almost like good on almost every Vape team. So yeah. Wouldn't it be better to count this stuff with buffs though? What do you mean? What do you mean? Can you clarify that? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Once again, what do you mean? I need to understand what you mean by buffs. I'm getting my water bottle. All right, so like, let's say buffs. So you got Bennett, you got Sucrose, you got maybe you used to show vape comp. Maybe you got Beta, you got Overload comp. You got Fischl, you could do Overload comp. Maybe for some reason you have Rosario on there with the crit rate comp. There's too many buffs. I can't do all of them. And the thing is, if I do those buffs, I'm specifying only one specific character team comp, which is not, I feel like, how you want to be playing Genshin most of the time, because a lot of what's really nice about Genshin is that there's a lot of creativity that you can go with. That's what I think. So the only buffs I only going to calculate is just the weapon buffs, and then just to compare them with each other. That's my opinion. That's why I don't do characters, really. Unless, like, there's a specific team comp I'm going for. I feel like Yoimiya, she's so versatile that, you could do a lot of different comps on her. Okay, actually, let's go with this. Is it an issue if I don't do team comps? What do you all think? Or would it benefit you more if I do team comps? Because I feel like, I don't think you all care enough about the team comp. I know you care, but like, I feel like you'd care more about, can you do this specific team comps? Is the Hama Yumi bow gonna be? Yeah. You can do the top 3 ideal team comps for a specific character. So are you gonna be fine with, so if I do a team comp, so let's actually take a look at the Ayaka video. So actually, I actually want to give you my perspective. The reason why I don't really want to do team comps. Here, this is the Ayaka video. So this is the amount of tabs. If I do top 3, I'd multiply that by 3 and calculate every single one. Now the thing is, I'd have to do a video on that too. Do you understand why I don't do team comps now? And then what's even harder is I have to think about every specific scenario where it counts. And then the video for the Ayaka video, is it 8 minutes? I don't remember. Multiply that by 3, maybe even 4. Are you all really gonna watch that 24-minute video? That's what I'm most curious about. Is it worth my time to multiply this by 3, plan the whole video out and then just do that all. Now, here's the other question. Do you think new viewers would want to click on that 24-minute video? That's the issue. That's the second issue. So as a guide, this would be very helpful for a lot of you. But as a YouTuber, it's pretty harmful for me. That's the issue. There's a reason why a lot of my videos, I'm trying to make them like 3 to 4 minutes because I just want to be on the spot quick. If that makes sense. So this is all like, now you're understanding it from the perspective of me. That's why like Kushing mains, I use so many of their guides because they go so much into detail. But the thing is like, for example, the attack percent video, that didn't take me too long, but for Susie, it probably took her a hell of a long time. And that one, only like 400 people watched it. And then like, and it was like 95% most of you who have watched it. So the thing is like, I don't know if it's worth it to make the time into making that. If that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I only really do like the weapons and the artifacts. Just like something quick. Like, how does a Bennett burst affect character and stats? Yeah, that's a separate video though, if that makes sense. So that's like actually what I'm like thinking of. Like maybe I'll do a video on that, but I don't think like that's the reason why I don't do team comps. It's if I were to do team comps, it would be a completely separate video, but not probably on this video. I'm probably not going to combine it. I hope that makes sense why I don't do team comps with the weapons and the artifact builds. How about just briefly suggest team comps? Don't go in depth, like what I did with the Ayaka video. Because I do that sometimes. Do ideal pairs of reactions instead? The thing is, it depends. I only will mention it if I am sure. Yoimiya, I honestly am not sure. The only thing I could think of Yoimiya would be amazing for is if you have like Kazuha or Venti. For sure, when you want to do those procs. Anyway, yeah, I'm just not gonna do team comps. Maybe a specific video on team comps, but that's only if I feel like it. I guess I'm not really good at me making a Yoimiya video. It's been a long of me just chatting with y'all. I actually enjoy this a lot more. Actually, talking to you all actually unfortunately made me more hesitant on making the video because like I just do not know anything about Yoimiya now. I do feel like you want to use Rust on her. I feel like. Maybe I won't make a video on her. Or actually, I don't think I'll be making a weapons video on her. I'll actually go into maybe what League is saying. Team comp. But I don't even know. Yeah, team comps is going to be complicated for Yoimiya. I'm not going to talk a lot about team comps until after she releases out. Actually, I don't have Yoimiya. That's the issue. No. It's not the discouraging part. It's more the... She's a lot more complicated that maybe I don't want to make a guide on her yet. So... Yeah, honestly, a lot of the team comp, because the only reason why I think of Vape is because I think of Spiral, like on what is it, like Geovicious or something like that. A lot of I would disagree, League. There's a lot of people who argue against me on every single little thing. That's just like they're like, but Overworld is so useful when you're using plunges for Diluc. I'm just like, I don't need plunge for Diluc. Like, I think they were trying to argue with like Dragon Strikers or something. I was just like, dude, like.